Director Holbrook, are you asking for a motion to pass this budget?
Yes.
Okay. Is that your motion, Commissioner Smallridge?
No, I would withdraw that.
Okay.
I misunderstood.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead with some questions, okay? Commissioner Varon.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to return $45,000 to the library, part-time.
Okay.
Hit your button so someone else can second. There we go.
All right. We have a motion by Commissioner Varon to return the $45,000 from the supervisor code back to the part-time code.
Right.
Okay, and we have a second by Commissioner Anderson. Is there any discussion?
Okay, I just wanted to be sure of the current status. So at this point, the action has been taken, it's in the budget to transfer the money from part-time staff to an executive director.
Yes, which was also part-time,
Okay.
so.
To me, there seems to be quite a bit of concern about this, and I think it would warrant discussion, and I don't want to go ahead and pass a motion, you know, if this means it's a done deal. I would rather, I don't know what the appropriate, refer back to Budget Committee perhaps, or whatever is the appropriate motion, but obviously to me, there's some concern about this, and I think we need to go back and look at it and be sure we're doing the right thing. I'm not saying it's wrong, but I want to be sure we're doing the right thing. It's legal, and some of the questions that have been raised earlier tonight.
I understand.
Can you answer some of those questions?
Sure. I mean, as far as the legality, no, I can't answer that question.
Okay.
I can say if, this doesn't have to go in the budget, the original budget. If we took it back to Budget Committee and you wanted to make an amendment to add a position like that to the library board or to the library fund, then we could do that with an amendment to the budget. I mean, as far as the legality, I'm sure we'd have to get an opinion from Mr. Brooks on that.
Okay. Commissioner Isabel.
Not on this one.
Oh, okay. Commissioner Vowell.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Commissioner Varon made a point a couple of meetings ago, and his point was well taken. A few meetings, we heard speakers from the audience, and they were complaining that some library board members, under the setup that we have now, were not acting appropriately, I think was their accusation, when they would go into the libraries and have discussions with the library employees. The library employees, I think you heard from a speaker or two tonight, were complaining about the conversations that they had had with library board members. That's going to continue if we don't have an executive director, all right? Because the current setup says the library board members are over the library directors. Now, we could have a situation where the library board just sits over in the corner and doesn't do anything and just let the library directors do whatever they want without any oversight. I think that's what some folks would like to see happen. When I was appointed to the library board by this body, I explained that there were going to be some needed changes, okay? This is a step in that direction, to get oversight and a full-time or a part-time employee, an employee overseeing other employees. Another problem that's occurred because of this current makeup is on occasion we have people on the board, some on the board, and some citizens who come to the library board meetings and some to these commission meetings. They certainly have the right to speak. I'm not knocking that at all, but some of them like making false accusations and sending out emails to the media and to municipalities. As an elected official, we're used to that. We can deal with that, right? That's part of the job we have as elected officials. Unfortunately, some of the library board members are not elected officials. they're asked to serve by their cities, by their municipalities, or by their counties. And it's a shock to them when people come up and falsely accuse them of certain things, because usually when it's proven the false accusations are false, the accusation has already been made. So just keep that in mind as you're voting on this tonight. I believe it is very much needed. I believe it's going to take care of a lot of those problems. But in case you don't pass this tonight, in case you want to put the 45,000 back, then my only suggestion would be when false accusations or criticisms are being made, they need to stick with sending them to me and not the ladies on that board who's trying to do the right thing. They're way out of those people's leagues. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you.
Budget.
Okay. Thanks.
Any other discussion on this motion? The motion was to remove or to put the money for the supervisory position back into the part-time code, correct? Mayor, did you have anything that you wanted to add? Because I know your name was brought up a lot.
No, I think Commissioner Vowell said it all. I know there was, even you have heard in the public comments, there is a lot of conflict, and that conflict is because of a lack of proper structure. And normally, you can look at other systems. So there are comments that are being made about this as a system. I will note, we have no operating agreement. We have no joint operating agreement that any municipality or county can locate. So we're functioning in a way that there's no proper documentation. Some of the conflict both ways, conflict goes both ways. A director that is in a position to advocate for the libraries and the librarians, or conversely to express or communicate from the board, is a proper governance structure. When I did speak at the library board, I did make clear to them that commission can, in its will, appropriate money in various line items, but the ultimate authority, I understand structure, the authority belongs to the library board. So if they wanted to leave it in that line item and not use it by vote of the board, that's their purview. Commission cannot tell the library board to hire somebody, but commission can, which is why I made the recommendation, clear up some of the conflict, clear up some of the issues with individual members having to act as supervisors, which is just darn near impossible when you have a whole board is the supervisor. And so that's what this particular effort was. Again, it would be up to the library board to say, we are going to utilize those funds for that supervisor position. So I don't know if that clears anything up or makes it muddier, but I wanted to explain that.